Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday again. Last week we started talking about strongholds, and for the next few weeks or so, we're going to be putting together just little talks on strongholds and the way that we think and how it forms and how to fight against bad strongholds and stuff like that. And so last week you shared the story about the TV show you grew up watching, My Three Sons,
Yes, that's
correct? And how Larry, when he was a kid, he was watching that show, and everything that was in that show, it made him angry. And he didn't realize until later that the reason that made him angry is because that life that those kids had, the way that their father treated the sons, that's what Larry lacked, and that's what he wanted. And so that actually began to form a stronghold in his mind. So we're going to continue talking about those strongholds today.
And thank you, Brady. Welcome again, folks. See, the stronghold in my mind, I wasn't even a believer yet, see. I didn't know Jesus. I mean, I was raised in a Catholic church, but I never really accepted Christ, even though I went to church every Sunday, communion and all that stuff. But I never did.
Right.
I never went there. So what it is sometimes we react to things, and things upset us, and we don't really know why.
Right.
And that's because something was planted in our brain, planted in our spirit when we were really little. And it's affected our view. What I was looking for in that show, and I wasn't even able to put it into words till much later, was a connection I wanted with my dad.
Right.
Now, my dad was a very good man.
Mm.
He worked hard to support us, to take care of us, and everything else.
Mm.
But he worked like 7 days a week most of his life. He got married in his early 40s. So he was old as we got on, and he worked every day, even Saturday and Sunday he worked. So we never really connected to him. When I was watching My Three Sons, I saw them connect. And I didn't know what that was, but I didn't have it.
Right.
And that bothered me. And what it is, I took this understanding of a father and I placed it upon God later on when I was introduced to him. That God, Jesus saved me from my sins, and I was very grateful, and I was fully saved. But how I related to God, who called himself a father, was a totally new concept, and something I had no idea what it was.
So you related your image of your dad to the image of God.
Exactly.
Right.
And I think many of us do that without knowing it. Because when you say the word father, obviously, what do you think about?
Right, the only picture that you have.
Yeah, my father.
Right.
So that's how it was. So we, as children, desire a deep connection with our father and with our mother. The difference between the two is our mother, because she carries us and nurses us and all those things right off the bat, there's a psychological, physical, and an emotional bond that's very strong very early in life.
Right.
And it's there already. It's almost like you never doubt if your mom loved you, but you wonder about your dad. Now, I mean, I'm not saying, just hear me out. Think about it.
Yeah.
Because in our lives, we never wonder if our mom loved us, usually. Now, you can have bad moms. We understand that. In my experience with people that have bad moms is a whole new story. But the fact is, you never question your mom's love. But it always seems like we as kids growing up, we always want to earn our dad's love. My brother played football, for example, and my dad was too busy to come to the games. So he never did. My mom did, but she never understood football. So he didn't really want her to come. He wanted my dad, because my dad loved football.
Yeah.
But he never came.
Right.
And it's almost like when you play sports or anything. My brother here, Brady, played Frisbee and stuff. You want your dad cheering you on. Yeah. It just seems better. Anyway, my brother went up to my dad once, and he said to my dad, please, and he bugged my dad, come to my football game. And my dad was tired, and he responded, and he said, no, and don't ever ask me again. And I looked at my brother, and he walked past me. I looked at his face, and he was crushed, man. Now, my dad didn't mean to do any of this, but he was crushed. Yeah. And I remember sitting there that day. I was standing or sitting, and I made a vow.
Mm.
And my vow was, I'll never ask my dad for anything ever.
Wow.
And I held that vow for a long, long time.
That's a stronghold right there.
Big time.
Yeah, that's a big
That's a big stronghold. That's a big one, brother.
Yeah.
And that's what I held. I wouldn't ask him for anything.
Yeah.
So I become a Christian. I accept Jesus. But God and the term father
Yeah.
was way out there. Like, was he even involved in my life?
Mm.
And because God uses the word father, there's a reason for that.
Mm.
And we need to realize we have to discover the reason of why do I do what I do starts from the fact, do we see him as a father?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about. We're going to continue. That's enough for today.
Yeah.
Okay. God bless you guys. And Brady, you got...
Yeah. I just want to say, just with all of the videos and all of the comments on the videos, we are loving all of the activity.
Amen.
We're loving all of the responses, and I know that a lot of the people who are responding are people who know Larry personally, and a few of them are ones who know me personally and stuff, but we are just so encouraged to see the activity on these videos. And first of all, keep it up, guys. That is amazing. We want to get this word about the Father spread out. We want to see people coming to our school. We want to see people just learning about who God is as a father and breaking free from these strongholds. And so we want to hear comments about like how you guys have dealt with some of these things and how you guys have walked through some of these things, because we want to create a space where we're engaging with people and stuff like that. So we love all of the encouraging comments and all that, and you guys keep it up, and we'll see you guys next week.